My name is Dara. Welcome to class. Grab a weight if you want. Optional. Join me for 30 minutes of core strength. We're going to start off with a little bit of yoga. I'm a physical therapist as well as a strength coach, yogi, endurance athlete. Join me 30 minutes. Modify as needed. I'm always going to give you cues just to be careful with your body. If you're having any injuries, be mindful of that. Modify based on your needs. So we're going to start off in standing. We're going to do a little bit of just a nice, easy yoga warm up. Take it chill, get things going, and then we're going to take it down onto the floor. We've got 3 moves, core strength. We've got a series of 3 core power moves. Weights are optional. Start with me in standing. Come to the back of your mat. Let's just go through a nice little easy, gentle yoga warm up. This class is for you, right? So modify as needed. Listen to your body, just warming up here and standing, and then we're going to take it down to the floor for our core work. Inhale, last breath here. Exhale, forward fold, bring the arms all the way down. Hang out here, shake it out, let it go. Knees are nice and soft. Give your back a nice little stretch here. This should feel good on the back, no stress. Knees are soft. Hang out here, one more breath, shake the arms. Let it all go. On your next inhale, halfway lift, flat back, straighten out the knees, get a nice stretch in your hamstrings. This is your hip hinge. Nice little stretch here, bracing with my abs. One breath. And then bring my hands down, step back into plank. So we're going to go through this easy yoga warm-up, and then we'll get into our core series right after. Hold it here for 1 breath, pushing away from the mat. Spread your fingers wide. Hold 1 breath. Exhale, knees down, slowly lower chaturanga. Nice and mellow. Keep those elbows close to your sides. Squeeze them in. Pull the shoulder blades down your back. Inhale, baby cobra. Pull the shoulder blades down. Open up the chest. Hold it here for 1 breath. And then exhale back down. Uncurl your toes. Push yourself back, downward facing dog. Get a nice stretch in the calves and the ankles. Pedal the feet. Flatten out that upper back, driving your hips up high to the sky. Pedal the feet. Stretch out those calves, those ankles. Pushing away from the mat. 1 more breath. We're going to go through this series 2 more times. Just warming up. Nothing crazy. Walk your hands back to your feet. Round 2, rolling up 1 vertebrae at a time, head coming up last. Articulate through your spine. Inhale, reach to the sky. Round 2. Should feel good. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Bring the arms all the way down. Hang out here. Shake it out. Let go of all that tension. 1 breath here. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Straighten out the knees. Nice hamstring stretch. Hold 1 breath. Hands come down, step back into plank. We do have some more planks in our warm-up, but not too many today. So let's take advantage, get a little bit of nice shoulder strengthening here. Hold it here, 1 breath. And then exhale, either knees down or all the way down, chaturanga, controlled. Strengthen those shoulders, squeeze those elbows in close to your sides, uncurl your toes. Push yourself back into cobra or maybe all the way up. Up dog, this should feel nice on the back, right? Nice extension of the spine. Pull the shoulder blades down the back, open up the chest. Brace with your core ever so slightly. Exhale back down. Push yourself back, downward facing dog. We've got 1 more round just like this of our sun salutation A. Warm up, pedal the feet. Last round, and then we're moving on. I said we have planks. We do have some planks in our warm up. I will show you some options. Rolling up slowly, head coming up last time through. Let's finish out our warm up. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Release tension. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, straighten out the knees if you want. Hands come down, plank. Strong shoulders, pushing away from the mat, not sinking. Exhale, lower, chaturanga, however you need to. Uncurl your toes, up dog or cobra. This should feel nice on the spine. Extension. Right, we're always flexing over everything all day. Let's get a little bit of extension here. Come back down. And then meet me in downward facing dog. Let your heels just drop. We're moving on. We've got a plank. We're going to walk out into our planks in inchworm. So working a little bit more of our shoulders into these planks. It's going to finish out our warm-up. Then we're going to take it down onto the mat. We're going to have a series of 3 core moves. I will walk us through those. Walk your hands back to your feet. Come to the back of your mat. Give yourself a nice wide stance, rolling up slowly, head coming up last. So we're going to inchworm our way out. We're going to walk out into plank. If you want to add a push-up, If you've ever taken my class, you know I love to add in some push-ups, optional, right? Take a nice wide stance. Give your hips some space here so that when you come down here and walk it out, you can maintain that nice flat back position, right? So I say width of your mat, give your hips some room, get into those hips, open them up. Inhale, reach to the sky to start. Exhale, walk it out into plank. That's our last move of our warm-up. Again, if you want to get in a little bit of a push-up, finish at the end of your plank, add that push-up. Optional. I always suggest try one. Walk yourself back. Take this at your own pace. This is just for you to finish a little bit of our warm-up. Get those shoulders warmed up. Get those hips warmed up. A little bit of upper body strength. A little bit of core. At your own pace. We'll do a few more just like this. Walking it out. And back. Trying to maintain that flat back as I come nice and deep into my squat, right? And then walk it out. Great way to get in some upper body strength. Planks and push-ups, right? No equipment needed. Walk it out. Let's do a few more here. 2 more just like this. And then we'll take it down onto the mat. Finish our last stretch before we get into the series. 1 more. Walk it back. Last time. I gave us 1 extra. That's okay. Extra one, just for good measure. All right. Finishing that. Okay, so let's come down to the mat, get into a little bit of our cat-cow stretch. Then we're going to get into that series of 3. We've got weights are optional. We're going to do a little bit of oblique work with the weights if you want. So grab some if you have. I got my 10-pounder right here. And I'll go through that series, which is coming up next. Let's finish off with just a little bit of gentle cat-cow. This feels good for almost everybody, right? Nice, easy, just working through that entire spine. Exhale, and then inhale. Articulate through your spine, meaning get all of those segments of the vertebrae to move, extend, flex. Just noticing if you have any spots that feel extra tight. Mid-back, lower back, neck, tailbone, sacrum. Exhale as you arch. 2 more. And then I'm going to walk us through this core series. Again, advanced, but I will show options. All right, coming into seated, our first move is our Russian twist. Grabbing weights is optional, always. We're going to be in seated, sitting up nice and tall. If this doesn't feel great on your back, go onto your back and you can do some bicycle crunches. That's going to also target the obliques. What do I have here, 10-pounder? Ooh, feels heavy today. I don't know why. Sitting up nice and tall. Pulling my shoulder blades back, opening up my chest. Level 1 is going to be here. Basic Russian twist. I want you to go on that nice rotation. Level 2, legs elevated. If you've got the weights, grab them. I always suggest really focusing on that form first. So let's start off with our first move here. Easy Russian twist, obliques. I want you to think about for all of these moves, where am I working? What muscle groups? Again, it's not just about the shoulders rotating. I want you to think about that nice pivot through the belly button. Get those obliques. Really focus on some nice rotation. Again, weights are optional, not needed. But if you have the weights, make sure that you're also maintaining this posture. My back is engaged. I'm not just hunching and falling apart here, right? So that's my couple cues on that Russian twist. I always suggest also really go through as full of the range as you can, meaning I'm not just stuck here. I'm really working into some nice rotation. That's a nice way to get that back to be mobilized as well. So this is a really great move. Obliques give us that power across. Nice power and strength across. Rotate. The spine needs to move as well. So always adding weights if you can. It's a great way to add a little bit more work to our core strength, a little bit more upper body as well. Let's do a few more here. That'll take us through our next move, a little bit of a kind of stability move. So this is a little bit more dynamic. We're going to do some stability. Then we're going to finish with a little bit of advanced lower abdominals with a little bit of a flutter kick. 4 more here. 3, 2, 1. On your back, bring the weights to your sides. We may use them for that last move, middle move. We're going to do a V up, alternating arms. On the exhale, I'm going to lift. I'm going to move down so you can see me a little bit better. I want you to think about as I'm coming up here, I'm keeping my lower back pressing down. Exhale as I come up and across. So stability here, again, a little bit of obliques, some deeper abdominal work. I'm maintaining that lower back pressed down as I lift shoulders. If this is feeling a little bit too spicy, take it to a little modified crunch like this, right? Those are your options. Extended leg is always going to be harder. I want you to think about as you do these V-ups, keeping that lower back pressed down as the legs go down, right? So I'm not letting it arch. And I want you to think about that because our next move is even harder, that third move in this series, and you need to have this pressed down for that next move, right? So this is kind of our prep for that next and final move, which is our flutter kicks. Bracing here, pressing the rib cage down. My lower back is glued to the floor. Let's do a few more here. Exhale. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Flutter kicks. Weights are optional. Absolutely not needed for these. If you have the weights, you want to hold them overhead. We're going to do a flutter like this. Overhead here, even harder. Weights are not optional, or are optional. Weights are not optional. They're always optional. So with my flutter kick, again, I'm pressing that lower back down. Hands can be here. Hands can be at your sides. And then I'm kicking. Start now. Press the lower back down. These are hard. Let's go for a long 10 count. 10. If you want to add the arms, you can do that too. 9, 8, or the weights. 7, 6, press it down. 5, tuck the chin. 4, the lower your legs go, the harder it is. 3, 2, kick those legs out. And 1, relax. Shake the legs side to side. Again, that's a lot of lower abdominal, deep abdominal work. They're keeping that lower back pressed down. Let's go back into our Russian twist, round 2. Back at it, sitting up nice and tall. Find that posture first, strong back, pull the shoulder blades back, open the chest, hold it here, grab the weights if you want. Round 2, sitting up nice and tall. I'm sitting on those little sit bones, right? So I'm not rolling down. Sitting up here. Focusing on some nice rotation. Really getting to that end range, round 2. We've got 3 rounds total. Every week I'll do a little bit different. So sometimes more planks, sometimes more glutes, sometimes more obliques. You can scroll back. If you check under my core class playlist, tons of options. Hosting live class every week. Join me. Just some basic core strength. Again, we've got some stability work. Got some hips, we've got some glutes, we've got integrating our breath work in. Your core is all of those things. It's not just abs, right? Focusing on our posture, some mobility of the hips and spine. Let's do our last few here. 4, 3, 2, 1. V-ups. Weights are optional. Weights are always optional. All right, on the exhale, lift. Lifting across. Again, you've got options. Maintain that lower back. If you just want to do the legs for now, really press that lower back down. This is the hard part, is right here. Control, right? Exhale. Think of it as a crunch. I'm keeping that lower back pressed down. I'm maintaining that. That is your stability here. That is my stable base, right? That's when we work on that stability work for our core. We're creating this nice, strong, stable foundation right here. Arms and legs move off of it efficiently, off of a strong, stable base. Lock it in here. This stays intact, pressing down. Finishing here, and then we've got those flutter kicks. Again, you can always turn this just to do that little crunch. That's going to give you a little bit easier ability to keep that lower back pressed down, right? The longer the legs are, the lower you go, the harder it is, the more you have to work. 4 more here. Lift. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Flutter kick. I'm going to grab my weights this time. I love these. Nice challenge. On my exhale, pressing my lower back down. I'm keeping it there. I'm lifting my head up. Kick the legs out. Whatever version you do, maintain that lower back pressed down. Hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Chin is tucked in. 5, 4. This one is hard. 3, 2, and 1. Last round with our Russian twist. Again, the higher your legs are, the easier it's going to be, right? So up to you. The lower you go, the more you have to keep that control. Deep abdominals, challenging. Sitting up nice and tall. Last round. Focus. Pull the shoulder blades back. Open up the chest. Strong lats. Finding that nice sweet spot that I'm sitting. I'm not collapsing. Actually going really across behind. Right? It's not just the side to side. I almost want to exaggerate to try and go behind my body for that added rotation. Rotate, rotate, engage, obliques, breathe. Lots of things to think about, right? Where am I working from, right? Thinking about through the belly button, creating that tension and that force across my body. That's kind of the same thing you want to be thinking about for our middle move. Those V-ups is that tension across. As my arms reach across to my legs. Last set. We're going to squeeze in a little bit of lower back strengthening and then stretch, be done. And that is it for class today, 30 minutes. That's it. You don't need a lot of time to get all this stuff in. I always suggest to my clients or athletes 2 to 3 times a week of stuff like this. Keep your body strong, supple, resilient, healthy for life and not just your sports. 4, 3, 2, 1. Done with that. Let's do those V-ups. Again, pressing the lower back down, reaching across the body, engaging those obliques here. Whichever version you're doing, make this last round just as strong, just as focused. Right here. Where am I working? Think about it. Putting that attention to that muscle, creating all that tension. Work. We've got one more move. Then we're going to turn it over, do a little bit of lower back strength, and be done. Exhale. Use the breath. Exhale, squeeze. Exhale, squeeze. Press that lower back down. Finishing up. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. If you want to grab the weights for that last little flutter kick, go for it. Pressing the lower back down. I start on my exhale. Lifting up. Legs go out. Kick it out. Maintain that lower back press down. There should be 0 space there. 0 space. Rib cage press down for 10. 9. We're almost done. Maintain. 8, stay strong. 7, stay focused. 6, stay breathing. 5, 4, 3, tighter, even tighter. 2, 1, relax. Ooh, those ones are hard, right? They're for me. All right, flip it over. Let's do lower back. Got to get it in here. Every class is different. Sometimes I'll do a little bit more glutes today. Get a little bit of lower back strengthening. I want you to bring opposite arm and leg up. Hold for 2 and then lower. Think about lengthening as we get into these superhumans, Superman, Superwoman pose here. Lift. Engaging that whole back side of the body, that posterior chain, back of my shoulders, my back, my glutes, pulling me up. Gravity is always driving us forward in life. We are always hunched over everything in life. So spend this time to activate everything on the back side of your body. Pull yourself back up. Engage, wake everything up on the back side of your body. Lift, squeeze, lengthening, reaching as I lift. I'm not just arching my back, right? I'm thinking about that length. I'm keeping my abs engaged a little bit too, so that I'm not just feeling like I'm pinching into that lower back. Engage. Lift. Let's do a few more. And then we're going to do some holds. So do a nice little 10 count hold. Just wake everything up. Last few here. 2 more, lift. Last one. And then I want you to lift arms and legs and just hold it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. Bring your elbows to your sides, W position. You want to pull the shoulder blades down your back, peel them down and back. Same thing, focusing more on that mid-back. Inhale, lift. Squeeze open the chest. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. Last time, arms are low. Peel the shoulder blades down your back. Nice low trap, lower back, strengthening. Lift, hold it, and engage for 10. Tuck the chin. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sink back into child's pose. Let's get into our stretching. We are done with the hard part. Knees are nice and wide for my child's pose. If you don't like child's pose, you can come onto your back. I'm going to lead us through some quick stretches for the lower back and the hips. Modify as needed for your body. Slow down the breath, inhaling through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Come onto your back, hug the knees into your chest. Focus on that breath, slowing it down. Focusing on that nice inhale through the nose, exhale it out, letting it all out of the belly. Relax, reset your nervous system, relax. Hug those knees into your chest, squeeze them in, rock the knees side to side. Give that lower back a nice little massage here. Again, modify for your body. If you have any other moves that feel good for you, now is your chance to add them in. Extend that left leg long, shake that left leg out. Done with that, hugging that right knee in, roll the ankles and the toes around. Wake up those feet, nice, healthy, happy feet. Move those toes. Roll that hip around, gentle, just getting into that hip socket. Mobility for the hips is key, right? Nice, mobile, supple hips. That's going to help to stabilize the knee as well as the lower back. Get those hips moving. Bring that knee across your body. Find that position that just feels like a nice stretch. So maybe higher, maybe lower, maybe you're rotated more off the mat. Your goals for this one, we're thinking about a little bit of that glute stretching. If I rotate more off the mat, that's going to get a little bit into that lower back. You decide whatever feels right for you. Extend that right arm out at about a 45-degree angle. Find that nice angle, getting that nice cross-body stretch. Head goes wherever it feels comfortable, maybe just shaking the head out, releasing any tension. Again, inhale through the nose. Slowly. And then exhale out through the mouth. Releasing tension. Just noting where you feel any tension, let it go. Last breath here. And then come back to center, figure four, stretch when you're ready. If you have any other poses that feel good, you want to go into pigeon pose, now is your chance, either keeping it here or reaching through for thread the needle. A little bit deeper stretch. Roll the shoulders, release any tension, let it go. Release any tension in the jaw, in the neck, in the head. Just let it go. And take a couple of breaths here, really just stretching out that right hip. Slowing down the breath. And then we'll finish with our other side. Slow the breath in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Let it all out. Oh, last little bit of air. Let it all out, let it all out. Switch sides. Shake out that right leg. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Release any tension. Hug the left knee and give it a good squeeze. Roll the ankles and the toes around again. Guys, I cannot emphasize how much you want those feet healthy, happy, and strong for your sports. And as we get older, I see it all the time. Take care of your feet. Strengthen your feet. Move those feet around. Roll that hip around. Same thing, right? We want to be strong. We want to be supple. We want mobility as well as strength. We want both, right? For a healthy body. So just focusing on what you need from this class, whether it's more strength, whether it's more flexibility, whether it's both. Probably not a bad idea for everyone to get a little bit of this stuff in, no matter who you are and what body type you have. Open that left arm out. Finding that angle that just feels right on your body. Again, you might look different in this pose than me, right? Maybe it's higher, maybe it's lower. Maybe you're here more. Maybe you're getting into the lower back more. Finding what feels good for you and then just really focusing in on that. Where are you trying to stretch? Glutes, lower back, IT band, whatever, chest, pec. Let the head be relaxed. Release tension from the neck. Breathing into that whole left side, stretching, opening that rib cage. Slowing down the breath, relax, exhale slowly. For a lot of us, this is our one chance to take it easy, slow it down. The rest of our lives are crazy, crazy, busy, busy, running, running. Enjoy this brief minute. Come back to center. Figure 4 stretch. Hip opener. Hug the knees. Hold it here. Settle in. Roll the shoulders. Maybe shake the head side to side, releasing any tension. We are almost done with here. Inhale through the nose, take it slow. And then exhale it out. Last breath. We're going to finish in seated, and then we are done with class for today. When you're ready, unwrap that left leg. Windshield wiper the knees side to side, nice and mellow. Giving those hips and lower back that nice final stretch. Roll onto your side, prop yourself up into seated however you need to. I'm going to sit cross-legged. You do not have to. Finish with me in this nice tall spine, tall posture, just like we started class with. This is it for today. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale out one more time, and then that is it for class for today. Thank you guys so much for coming. I will see you next time. Subscribe to the channel to get notifications of live class. Thank you. I hope you got something great out of class. I will see you next time. Take care of yourselves. See you guys later.